When you shift your mindset from thinking there's a limited supply to an endless flow, it opens up the doorways for abundance to flow into your life. Not just in the form of currency, but in the form of love, the form of connection, of creative ideas and inspirations coming to you because you're circulating. So this mindset shift has helped me to have more flow in the process of manifestation, because when you're circulating, think of rivers flowing. There's a constant circulation, right? And think of source as a supply. And there's a never-ending stream of source energy flowing through your life. Or think of circulation like the blood moving through your veins. You want to have good circulation in your body in order to have good health. So it applies to well-being as well, because when we have kinks in the hose, right, so to speak, in our energy channels, the flow is being interrupted. So that is resistance inside of our nervous system. It's resistance inside of our energy in our field. And also like how we respond and react to the conditions and circumstances of our life. Whether we bring the conscious awareness into the moment determines how we're going to work with that resistance. Are we going to continue to block the flow? Are we going to continue to kink the hose? Or are we able to release the resistance? Abraham Hicks often talks about the idea of like going upstream, and like you're going against the current when you're trying so much. And that's what I noticed, is when I would go into that energy of like really trying to make things happen, it would put me into a state of resistance. It would block the flow. I'd feel it come up in my energy. I'd feel it come up in my body. And when I became aware of that coming up in my body and what the resistance felt like, it became more familiar with that sensation. So I could tell when I was in a state of resistance or when I was in a state of flow. And this relates to being aware in the moment, like bringing your awareness to the breath and being aware of the resistance as it's coming up is a way of also letting it go. Because when you're not resisting the resistance, when you're able to just acknowledge that this is where I am in this moment, then you're not judging it, you're just accepting it. And you're able to turn in the direction of what you want. You're able to turn downstream and you're able to let the river take you. So instead of trying to push the river towards where you want to go, there's already the stream of source energy moving towards where you want to be. So if you simply drop the resistance, you'll put yourself into the flow. And so when I noticed I was like really in that trying to go this channel, trying to get clients, trying to find love, that it would do the opposite. It would repel the people that I wanted to serve. It would repel attracting more people seeing the video. It would repel having love in my life. But when I just stopped trying, I started surrendering and letting go of the resistance. It started opening up the pathways where the flow would naturally come into my life. And this relates to making yourself more magnetic to what you want, because what you want wants you. So when you're trying, it means that you're coming from a state of consciousness that says that you don't already have it. It's coming from this identity that you are this limited self who has to try in order to succeed. Now, when you shift on the level of identity and you start assuming that you are an inspired creator, that you are successful, and you start raising your vibrational frequency to the point where it feels natural for you, you start shifting into embodying that connection to your higher self, or that higher state of consciousness, it starts to feel more natural. It's like, of course you are that. So then you're letting it come to you more. And I even tried this out with money, like money chases me. There's an infinite stream of abundance. Source is my never-ending supply. And money wants to come to me. Love wants to come to me. Going more into that vibration where you are affirming that you are what you want to be, and you are assuming it, like you're actually feeling it. It's not an idle affirmation, it's like you're feeling it into being, right? So I noticed that would shift me on an energetic level where I started becoming more of a vibrational match to those things. But when you're naturally that, you're not so much in the trying energy, you're not so much in the struggling to try to make it happen, or striving to seek the thing. Because when you're so much in that energy, it's like you're trying to get to the result in order to make yourself happy. And as you shift that mindset, you find the happiness within yourself. And you realize that everything is circulating. So when I realized that when you shift from that limited, like it's like the scarcity thinking into the abundance thinking, there's a never-ending circulation. Then I heard this talk from Reverend Ike that was talking about eliminating the word spending from your vocabulary. Because the word spending, right, is like, it has the word end at the end of it. To spend implies that there's an end to the money. It implies that the money's gone. You've given it away, it's been spent. Even think of the word spent, like at the end of the day when people are exhausted, they say they're spent. This is the same thing with your energy. When you're exhausting your energy, it's not circulating. It's being given away, so then you don't have any left for yourself. Circulation, replacing the word spend with circulation, implies that when I use money, that it's coming back to me. So wherever I put it, it's being circulated back to me. So then you're more in the energy of trust, and you're relating it with more of a flow. And this started to shift things for me in the mindset that made me realize that abundance is constantly circulating in my life, like the winds that just kicked up right now. Like the breath that's moving through your body. We want to align ourselves with natural law. We want to align ourselves with how nature is, because that's our true nature. And if you at the beginning of the day took a deep breath and tried to hold that breath because you're afraid of spending that breath by letting it go, you're going to die by the end of the day. You're going to have to take another breath, because there's no shortage of air for you to breathe. So why would you hold on to the breath, trying to keep the breath, when there's like an infinite number of breaths that you can take? There's no need to be worried or concerned about taking another breath. You just circulate, 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 circulate. Too, giving in the energy of circulation too is also what I found is it was starting to allow me to be more generous. It's like the idea that you want to give the energy that you want to receive. You want to lead with that energy because you're putting that out into the field. And other people feel that. Other people feel the vibration that you're embodying. So when I started being more generous with my energy, because I'm trusting that I'm circulating, even when I give things away for free, like I give all these videos away for free, it's circulation. It comes back to me. When I give a gift, it's circulation. And then in my life, I received so many incredible gifts. So when that energy I started to let go of that energy, and I started to shift into this place where it felt natural for me to have love, I attracted love. When I shifted in that place of like, there's flow, everything's taken care of, there's flow. Now, are things still coming up? Definitely. But I feel that that's the practice, is like being aware that like, oh, I feel some tension coming up. Am I fully trusting in the circulation of abundance and blessings in my life? Being in the trust frequency. Being in that state of consciousness. And being aware of yourself when you're moving into the down. When you're moving into the mindset of lack and limitation. When you're listening to the conditioning of the world mind, the race mind, the belief systems of humanity that are not aligned to source. Because plugging ourselves into source is plugging ourselves into that infinite supply of source energy. An infinite supply of divine inspiration. An infinite supply of well-being and love and abundance that we can tap into within ourselves. So when you go to a place, like I remember when I first came here, people were like, places are hard to find, whatever. Opportunities are hard to come by. Now what I did was that I didn't listen to that. I didn't argue with them. I didn't let it into my subconscious mind. I chose, when I heard that with the guard at the gate of the conscious mind, to not let that into my subconscious level, because that's what that's going to create that pattern. If you like let those seeds of intention and belief systems impregnate your subconscious mind, it will reproduce in your experience, and then you're going to have trouble finding a place to live. You're going to have trouble finding opportunities to work or create. And so I didn't listen to that. Instead, I invested my energy, and I was like, there are so many places. The right place will come to me. Right? And then I was a vibrational match to it, and it came to me. Now, this also relates to relationships too, because it's like when you're not feeling whole and connected to source within yourself and you're constantly chasing, it's repelling. But when you're near yourself and you know it's natural for you to have that thing, and you're feeling self-secure, feeling self-confident, feeling self-love, all these people I started noticing, it's like, whoa, there's like this attraction. And then it's like the right person comes, and it's like this beautiful divine love. It's so amazing. And so we can have that. We can learn to trust more. We can learn to allow the energy to circulate. And this will also allow us to be more creative as well, because more life force will be flowing through you. Your channel will be activated to a state of inspiration. Your antenna will open to divine consciousness to receive streams of information that will inform you every single step, everything that you need to know at every single moment. Spirit will guide you. But you can't hear it if you don't listen. And you can't follow it if you don't trust it. So it's our responsibility, our ability to respond to the condition of our life, to be able to practice meditation and come into a higher state of consciousness, to be able to liberate ourselves from the limitations of the race mind, of the separation-based human consciousness, to be able to realize that we are creative beings and we are blessed, and that when you believe that source energy is forever circulating throughout your life, and you're able to give more energy from a generosity of trusting that it is circulating within your life, more is going to come to you. I remember when I was homeless in Austin, Texas, living in a tent, and a brother had gifted me a jacket because it was cold outside of a church. And he said to me, give your way out of it. And that was one of the big shifts, was like I started giving more. I started coming from that place of generosity. I started realizing that I am not a victim to the circumstances of my life. And gradually things began to change for me when I started thinking more from how I can give rather than what I can get. And when you give, when you're in the give and you open yourself to also receive, get into receiving mode. Meditate and open yourself to source. Breathe, focus on the breath, feel yourself like relaxing, feel yourself held by the Mother Earth, feel yourself connected to the Father Sky and Sun, feel yourself as a blessed child of the Divine, and know that everything that is meant for you is coming to you, and there is an infinite supply of source energy within you. And the other aspect of this law of circulation is investing. So instead of spending, you're circulating and investing. There's an infinite circulation, right? And you can turn burdens into blessings. You can turn challenges into opportunities. Like what I shared, and I turned it into an opportunity to share my story with other people and to share the gifts of the things that I learned along the way. That's transmutation. You got to do something with it. You got to create something with it. That's called investing your energy into something. Because if you don't invest your energy, it's just sitting there, right? Even accruing interest is still investing your money into a savings account, right? Creating something like a channel, or creating a business, or leading a retreat, or whatever it is that you're doing, making a song, making a garden. That's an investment of energy, right? So it's turning it into investing our energy into that which holds threefold and more supply, return, circulation, and investment. Like, it's continuing to multiply. You're investing your energy into something that yields. And sure, it's like you can invest into things that yield money, but you can also invest into things when you invest into a relationship, when you give care and attention, and you listen, and you give that love. You're going to get that love. Like you're going to build something there. There's a yield in that investment of your time and your attention, your energy. It's like I invest in this channel. There's a yield of it affecting and reaching other people and building in the views and stuff. And the monetization and other stuff are yields off of that. So you want to invest into things that yield something in your life. When you plant a seed, it's going to yield a plant. See, this is moving from consumer to creator because you're in circulation. You're not in spending. You're not in lack and limitation. You're not in the race mind of the human separate consciousness. You're in the divine human unity consciousness with source, co-creative, limitless potential. What can I tap into today? What can I create in my life today? How can I turn this burden into a blessing today? How can I meet the challenges and see an opportunity in them? How can I bless myself and be a blessing to other people today? Circulating energy and focusing on what you want to create. Because where your attention goes, your energy flows, and that's going to invest your energy. And yeah, it may take some time, it may take some sweat, it may take some tears, it may take 1,000 hoops in the basket, or however many repetitions, or 10,000 hours, or whatever it is that they say. Whatever your version of that is, yes, it's like there's that period of like honing and like practicing, and like for me it was like meditating every day, or like devoting myself to like being a conscious creator and like making content. For somebody else, it's something, it's for you, it's whatever it is for you that is your heart's desire, that you know your gifts are, you know, your life purpose is to discover what it means to be your true authentic self, to create, to circulate, because that's what you are. You're literally a source being. Like you want to circulate. Like we are made in that likeness and image of God. So of course we want to circulate and create and love and bring more beauty into the world and create more abundance and opportunities for other people. We're an extension of that source consciousness. But it is our responsibility as individuals to align ourselves with that every day. And the more that we do that, the more that source energy will circulate in our life. And I hope this video, and I wish and intend and feel the wish fulfilled that this video for you is affirmation, a confirmation, and a reminder that you have the capacity to step out of fighting the river and step into the flow. Step into your flow state. Do what you're passionate about. Give and invest and trust in the circulation and flow in your life. And all the blessings will come to you. So I'll leave you with this. I'm going to paraphrase this passage from the Bible, but those who dwell in the kingdom of heaven, all things shall be added unto you. Because when you find that connection to source within yourself, when you find that happiness within yourself, you become a vibrational match to that, and it's added to you. So you're like good anyways, and then it gets added into your experience. This is the same thing as being magnetic to other people. Not just with love and attraction, but also with like opportunity and attraction, friendship with attraction. Other people feel that energy. Things will come to you, opportunities will come to you because you're connected. And you're good either way. It's circulating in your life. If this thing doesn't work out, something better will. And I believe that practicing that mindset shift, you'll really see immediate results. And let me know what synchronicities happen in your life. I would love for you to, if you have something really miraculous or awesome happen, through watching this video, I invite you to come back and comment so other people can be inspired in the belief and the mindset of stepping into the flow of source. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, hit the thumbs up, help send it out into the universe. I invite you to subscribe and hit that bell so you can get notified of all future videos. And thank you so much for tuning in. Peace, and I will see you on the next one.